Hello students, today we are going to begin with next chapter of inorganic chemistry, surface chemistry. From this chapter generally 3 mark questions are asked, theory questions are asked like give reason question, explain the following type question, etc. Now basically what do you mean by surface chemistry? Surface chemistry is that branch of chemistry which deals with phenomena occurring at the surface. So before we begin the chapter today, I would like to show you activity. I have this piece of chalk with me and I am going to mark on it by using a marker. Now I will study whether these molecules of ink, they will penetrate deep inside the chalk or they still remains on the surface. So I made a mark of ink on this chalk and now I will break it into two pieces. Now can you see the molecules of the ink, they remain at the surface only. They haven't penetrated inside the chalk. So this phenomena has occurred only at the surface. On the other hand, there is one more piece of chalk with me which I have already dipped in red colored ink. Now I will break it in two pieces and you can see the red colored ink has penetrated deep inside the chalk. So what is the difference between these two pieces of chalk? In first piece of chalk, the molecules remained only at the surface. They did not penetrated inside. Whereas in second piece of chalk, the molecules of ink have penetrated deep inside the chalk, indicating that it is a bulk phenomena. Such phenomena is called as absorption, where the molecules they spread throughout the bulk, and this phenomena where the molecule remain only on the surface, it is called as adsorption. Make this correction, it is not B, it is D. So what is absorption? The phenomena where the molecules will remain only at the surface, they will not penetrate inside, whereas in case of absorption, the molecules they will penetrate throughout the medium. So this is a bulk phenomena. And adsorption is a surface phenomena. So this is the first point of difference between these two. Now the second, if I see the concentration is more at the surface or I will say it is non-uniform. Concentration of what? Concentration of the substance which will get adsorbed. Now adsorbate and adsorbent, these two terms will be studying just after this topic. Whereas in case of absorption, the concentration is uniform throughout the bulk. Since adsorption is a surface phenomena, I will say it is dependent on surface area. Whereas absorption, it is independent of surface area. Okay. Now what happens in case of adsorption? Once the surface area gets accumulated by all the particles, the rate of adsorption will affect, and therefore we will say the rate of adsorption initially is high but then falls down. Why? Because the surface area will be occupied by the other molecules. On the other hand, the rate of absorption is uniform. The process of absorption is neither exothermic nor endothermic. whereas the process of adsorption is exothermic. Now why? That will be studying during the mechanism of adsorption. So this difference between absorption and adsorption can be asked either for 3 mark or even for 1 mark question or even for 2 mark question. So when we are clear with the concepts of absorption and adsorption, we will move on. We will study some concepts related to adsorption. Again, remember, absorption is a bulk phenomena and adsorption is only the surface phenomena. Okay, now let us try to understand the basic terms related to adsorption. Once the definition of adsorption is clear to us, we must be able to differentiate between adsorbate and adsorbent. Adsorbate is the molecular species which will get accumulated. On the other hand, adsorbent is the material on the surface of which adsorption will take place. For example, in case of our this example of chalk, now the particles of ink, they will be called as adsorbate as they are getting accumulated on the surface. Whereas this piece of chalk will be called as adsorbent as on the chalk the ink particle is getting adsorbed. To correlate it with solid and solvent, adsorbate is generally called as a solute and adsorbent is generally solvent. Now suppose if I want to remove the molecules adsorbed on the surface, then can I do? Yes, there are certain processes by which I can remove the adsorbed substances and that process is called as desorption. So this is the definition of desorption. Now sometimes what happens? Adsorption and absorption, both processes takes place together. Both processes takes place simultaneously. In such case, the process is known as sorption. All these definitions can be asked as direct question. So you must learn all these definitions. To make the idea of adsorbate and adsorbent much clear to you people, I will draw a figure. Now this is a substance on which the other molecule will get adsorbed and therefore this will be called as adsorbate. And the other particles which will get adsorbed on it, they will be called as adsorbent. So I hope the definition and the concept of adsorption and absorption is clear to you. Now the question is why we need to study adsorption. Are there any examples of adsorption in daily life? Is this concept useful to us in daily life? Then the answer is yes. The first one, all of you must have observed the packets of silica gel which is kept in the water bottles, especially the new purchased water bottles, they have packets of silica gel. This silica gel, they are kept in the water bottles so as to adsorb moisture. So that the air inside the bottles remains dry. Okay. Secondly, adsorption of colored substances on animal charcoal. Certain colored substances, they are made colorless by removing their color by the process of adsorption. And the third example is from the chemical industry where adsorption of various gases like carbon dioxide, ammonia, etc. It is done on charcoal so as to make that reaction free from these gases. So these are the examples of adsorption. Now the question is, why does the adsorption takes place? What is the mechanism behind adsorption? The phenomena of adsorption can be explained with the help of one figure. Suppose I have taken solvent, let's say water, in a container. We will discuss the molecule inside the bulk. So the molecules inside the bulk, they will experience the equal forces from all the directions. They will experience equal forces from all directions, and therefore I will say the molecule inside the bulk, they are experiencing balanced forces, or I will say they are in stable condition. On the other hand, if I consider the molecule at the surface, it will experience force in only one side, that is inside. So I will say the molecules at the surface, they experience unbalanced forces, or I will say they are unstable. And therefore to become stable, what they will do, if any other particle is there nearby, the molecule at the surface will try to attract this other molecule by certain force of attraction, and during this process energy is released, and therefore we say adsorption is exothermic process. Okay, so what is the reason behind adsorption? The unbalanced forces on the surface particles. Now if you look at the thermodynamic factors of this whole adsorption process, I will say it is accompanied by decrease in randomness. As the bond is formed, as the randomness decreases, I will say del S becomes negative. Okay, adsorption is a spontaneous process. Therefore, del G has to be negative. Or if the del G is negative, then only this process will be spontaneous. So, if we consider the equation del G equals to del H minus T del S, then the factors like del H has to be negative, del S is already negative, del H negative, that means the process becomes exothermic. This question, this whole concept is asked as a give reason question. That why adsorption is an exothermic process. So this is the question, why adsorption is exothermic process. Now depending on the concentration of the adsorbate on the surface of adsorbent, we have two types of adsorption. These two types are positive adsorption and negative adsorption. If the concentration of adsorbate is more at surface, that means if the whole surface gets saturated with adsorbate molecule, then we will call it as positive adsorption. On the other hand, if the concentration of adsorbate is less at the surface, or I will say the surface area will be occupied more and more solvent molecule, or the surface area is occupied more and more by adsorbent, then it will be called as negative adsorption. So in today's class, we have discussed all the basic concepts related to surface chemistry. Surface chemistry basically starts with the concept of adsorption. So we have seen the difference between adsorption and absorption. We have seen the basic concepts like adsorbent, adsorbate, desorption, sorption, the types of adsorption, etc. That's all for the day. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.